We're live. We're live. I figured out how to do it. I hope I don't sound like a robot. Those who have links, go ahead and join the chat, and then you can hop online and get on the panel. We'll do it and get it all figured out and straightened out. I know I have several people who are coming on and joining us on the panel, and I really appreciate them. And we have some new people who are coming into the chat. So just come on in. Let's get this started. We'll start this as soon. I have to mute my, sorry about that. I had to mute the YouTube part. Anyone who's new, hey, Michelle, thank goodness you're here. I've got you and Joe. Hey, JPM. Hi, darling. I have seen your comments. Thank you. Hi, Steph. Hey, doll baby. Michelle, you and Joe are going to be my mods for today. I didn't know who I was going to have. I was like, oh, am I going to have any mods in here? And then I thought, oh, that's going to be fun, making sure no trolls come in. For anyone who is watching who has a story, if you want to DM me on Twitter and you'd like to join the live stream and come on live and tell your story, you can do it anonymously. Your name will come up, but you can change your name on your YouTube. You'll have to download the Google Hangouts. Hello, Glendale, Arizona. Hi, Lulu. You can change your name on you can change, your nickname or whatever if you want to remain anonymous. And you don't have to turn on your camera if you want to share a story. This is a safe space. I have Michelle's already here, and then I'll have several other mods that come in, and they're real good to keep trolls out. I don't allow any negative comments. If somebody wants to be an ass in my comments, because I keep this up because this is an educational thing. You all know this. That's why we're sharing our stories. We want to protect other victims, give them the bravery, the courage, the strength to get out of their situation. Or if the situation is starting with domestic violence, we want to help them say, nope, that's a red flag, and get out of there. So what we're doing here is, teaching people. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Puddin'. Hi, darling. So this will stay up, but I do not allow any negative comments. If somebody wants to try to troll me, good luck. I've had some experience dealing with trolls, and my mods are fantastic. We've got Michelle here, and I just want to welcome everybody. I've got 16 people in now. I've sent out links to some people who were interested in coming on the panel, and you all are welcome to hit the link at any time if you want to start. Let me check my Twitter and see if anybody's messaged me that they're ready. Take me just a second. Yeah, hang on. Okay. We have another channel, Beauty and DeBerg, and I love them. It's two sisters. They do makeup, they do dupes, things like that, but they also have stories to share, and they're going to be joining us, and I've sent them to link, and they're new on social media. So, and then I have another lady who actually is a doctor, and she wants to come in and talk, and I'm so happy that she's speaking up because she's got an extremely important message. Okay. Well, thank you, darling. Haley said I look stunning, and I'm just like, woo! Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. I have to tell you all, before we get started, I had a lunch today, and usually I'm office casual and all that. Well, I had a lunch to do today with one of my bosses, and it was, I was really excited about it. But also, how when you go somewhere and you're meeting somebody new, especially someone you work with, you want to look extra nice, you want to try something on. Well, I got in my closet, and I have not been able to wear this dress since 2000 and probably 2006, maybe. So the fact that I got into this dress, and it's 10 sizes smaller than I was 2 years ago, or actually over 10 sizes. But, and I'm not going to say my exact size, but I'm real happy that I'm in it, and I didn't have to use a girdle. Thank you for saying give thumbs up. You all know I love the thumbs up. That's kind of my thing. And I like the red. If you notice on my tweets and messages, I'll have red, then purple, then red hearts. And the reason I do that is because I have autoimmune disease. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have I'm a type 1 diabetic with insulin resistance, and it's just a slew of stuff. I have fibromyalgia, I have osteoarthritis as well. I have Sjogren's, I have Raynaud's. It's just a laundry list. The difference in me and some of the people who get on here and talk about it is I'll actually show you my medical records if you need it. I'll show you my medicine. I've posted the methotrexate injections. I mean, it's nothing that I'm bragging about. I don't want any sympathy. I don't want any encouragement. How did I lose the weight? I had gastric sleeve surgery. I gained the weight because I'm so insulin resistant, and the autoimmune diseases were making it to where my inflammation was up, and that would make my sugar go up. And it was constantly fighting, to get my body to let me even cut back. Like if I tried to diet, I'd crash. If I didn't eat a certain way and so many times a day, I have to eat a little bit throughout the day. And but the surgery removes not only it. I had the gastric sleeve, so it makes this little sleeve out of your stomach. Your stomach's kind of like a fist, and it just makes a sleeve instead of the old kind, which made it into a pouch. It also removes the first part of the lower intestine, and or the small intestine that comes right out of your stomach, the duodenum and all of that, if you know anatomy. And anyway, that's the part of your intestinal system that tells your body, ooh, I need insulin. I need insulin. I need insulin now. Mine was screwing up because I'm insulin resistant. And so when they took that out, I was able to go on I went on a low carb, high protein diet. And I had done that before, but I kept crashing. There you are. I hear you. But you're echoing. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, girls. Listen, will you introduce yourselves real quick? Say that again, because she was moving the thing in. I couldn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Heather. And I'm Heidi. We're sisters. We are sisters from Pittsburgh.
I can tell. Okay, you need to go and mute your YouTube. You'll have two screens up. You'll have your Google Hangout screen and then your YouTube screen.
Okay. So that's
mute the YouTube screen. It's on the volume control. You just have to tap it. That way we won't get an echo. You got it? Yeah. Wait, now she muted everything. Now I can't hear nothing. Okay, it's a work in progress. That's okay. Unmute for a minute. That way at least we'll be able to hear you.
Okay.
All right.
It's that one at the top.
It's, yeah, you did the opposite. You don't want to mute the Google Hangout. You want to mute the YouTube stream.
Okay. Give us 1 sec.
It's all right. It's all right. We got to learn. Listen, every time I go to do a live stream, I have to relearn it because I don't do this every day. I do it like once a week. And they've changed things. And I'd like to shout out to Dustin Daly. I'm drinking the Drama Dew, but I'm also drinking coffee. And it's because I didn't grab a Gatorade.
Are we still echoing?
Yes, darling. I hear you through YouTube.
Darndest. Every time I mute it, though, I don't hear you anymore. Maybe the YouTube. Okay. Does that work?
Let me see. No. Yeah, I can hear you and you can hear me and there's no echo. Wait a minute. Shit, there's an echo.
We did it. Okay, yay.
Wait a minute. Do you have headphones?
No.
Crap. We'll deal with an echo. I just won't talk because you're not echoing to me. Let me see. In the chat, could you say are they echoing?
Are we echoing?
Hey, Josephine, I'm glad you're here. Yay. JPM, Diet Mountain Dew and coffee used to be all I drank. And then when I had surgery, I couldn't stand Diet Mountain Dew anymore. And I got one today and I'm like, this is delicious.
I don't know.
You can't hear them? Can y'all, Heidi, y'all talk for a bit.
Real loud? Do we need to?
Yeah.
Do we need to yell? Do we need to yell?
You need to get closer.
Wait, let's move it up a little bit.
There you go.
There we go. And we will yell. And we will yell. We will yell at all of you. I don't know.
I've been yelled at all week. It's all good.
We are like, there. Maybe that's better.
Okay, Josephine says she can't hear you. And Blonde says she can't hear you. You at their name. What?
What? Oh, everything is on here the way it should be. Wait,
Okay.
did something to her.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I just
Yeah, I'm still echoing.
I'm still echoing.
Crap.
Crap.
Okay, I'm just not
Okay,
going to
I'm just
speak,
not going
but
to speak, but
for a minute,
for a minute,
do you all
do you
have
all
a
have
story of
a
domestic
story of
violence that
domestic
you'd like to
violence that
speak
you'd like
about?
to speak about? I have one from the past where I actually was in hiding for years.
Okay, I need you to come a
Okay,
little
I
bit
need you to come
closer
a little bit closer
and go ahead and share.
and go ahead and share. We froze your face.
It's all right.
It's all right. Okay. Now can you hear me?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
can,
can,
but
but
I don't
I
know if
don't know if
others
others
can.
can.
Let's see.
Let's see.
I think you
I
just need
think
to
you
be
just need to be
closer to the
closer to the
mic.
mic. Okay, let's try. Maybe if we hold on 1 second, we're going to here. There. Okay, is that better?
It's a little better for me, but
It's a
can you
little
all
better
hear
for
them
me,
in the
but can you all
chat?
hear them in the chat? Hello. Hello. Now we're very close. And I didn't
Okay.
put enough makeup on today for this.
It's all right.
It's all
Y'all are
right. Y'all are
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Natural beauty.
Natural beauty. Thank you.
I think
I
there's
think
no
there's
such
no
thing
such
as
thing as
natural
natural
beauty in
beauty
my
in my
world
world
because
No.
all of
Come on
this,
now.
even a
All of
natural look,
this,
has
even
to
a
be
natural look, has to be
painted.
painted. Yeah,
But you
I'm
know what they say,
painted.
the
You know what
older
they
the
say, the
barn, the
older the
thicker the
barn, the
paint.
thicker the paint. I'm painted. I like that saying. I'm painted too.
Hold on just a second.
Hold on
Amy's
just a
asking a
second.
question.
Amy's
Can you
asking a
mute for a
question.
minute,
Can you
girls?
mute for a minute, girls? Sure.
Okay. Amy, what's the question that you have? Amy's going to have to either you can type it in the chat, or Amy, if you would like to DM it to me, if it's faster that way, I'm fine with it. And I'll read your question and see if I can answer it. I'll do my best to answer it. You're going to listen for a bit before you ask. Okay, that's fine. All right, ladies, let's try this again. If you'll unmute. Hi, Uber. Yes, I am a psychologist, Amy. Okay, if you would like to share your story, I'll be quiet.
Okay, Heather. Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing with something on the side here. Mine was years ago, where I was in a situation where I was in I guess you would consider it domestic violence.
More like mental
abuse. It was not a good situation at all. I was in it for probably about 15, 16 years, maybe.
Okay, let me clarify real quick. Emotional and psychological abuse is domestic violence. It's in that whole thing. You're being abused by a domestic partner.
Mm-hmm. It was for years. I went through this with him. But it got to the point I got used to it. And then I had my kids. And, then I thought, and my one son had disabilities. So I was a mama of two babies, basically. They were 2 years apart. So I was more focused on them. And I really didn't care about what he was doing to me, if that makes any sense. And then I guess it was after I left him, I found out that he had actually tried to kill me several times, and it just didn't work.
That's awful.
That's awful. Yeah. And there was police and everything. So I was actually in hiding for about 3 or 4 years, where I literally couldn't go on social media, nothing. I was watched. I'd have family with me like all the time. It was that like in the movies where you had three houses that you went back and forth to hide. And you'd get the call in the middle of the night. He knows where you're at. You better leave. So yeah, I've lived it. Unfortunately, it was bad, but I finally did get out of it, and that's when it got worse. Is when I got out of it, because that's when they get madder or angrier at you, I'm told. And yeah, it was pretty scary. I mean, I still to this day am careful, very careful. I was told to do that, to always be careful, that this would be a lifelong thing. So yeah, it's It's
Can
not
you
something I
explain
ever.
a little bit about how the relationship began and when the emotional abuse began?
I met him right out of high school. I was 18 years old. I had not really dated prior to that.
Mhm.
So yeah. So I met him like right out of high school, and I I would say it probably started pretty much
Well, I
maybe.
think like once you guys moved in together
Yeah.
is when he started taking advantage and like he would just leave
Yeah,
and and
abandoned me
yeah, for
literally.
like weeks and then come back
Yeah.
and there was no changing Heather's mind.
No.
Right, because you're suckered in.
Yeah, and
Basically, they've convinced you.
yeah, and I didn't think I was worth anything, to be quite honest. I had a very low self-esteem. It was bad. Because I was told that I wasn't worth anything. That I couldn't do anything. And then like I said, when my kids came along, they were my focus. They were my everything. And so I had to deal with all of that with my older son being sick and everything he was going through. So I had like a double whammy. And then everything just came to a head. And it was literally my sister right here that saved me. And,
I literally broke down a bathroom door and said enough is enough.
literally,
You're done.
she
Like this
came
is
to my
done.
house because I made a phone call asking a question if I was worth anything. And this is after my older son passed away. And
I'm
that's
so
really
sorry about that.
thank you. And the abuse really amplified with my ex towards me. And so I called my sister out of the blue one day and I'm like, am I worth anything? And you were at the house, what, within 10 minutes?
Yeah, it was just like enough is enough. Like years and years and years of these phone calls
Yeah.
and like this. It was just like I was over it.
She was done. She was done. She literally did kick a bathroom door in to make me leave. And she got me, my son, we took a few things, and that's when
That was it.
that was it. And then the second part of the nightmare started were the hiding and police involvement, and just, it was crazy. And it's still scary sometimes. I mean, I still think about it. It's nothing that I think is going to go away. Um, I have PTSD from it.
Hmm.
Um,
Have you
but
been in counseling?
yeah, yes.
Good.
Oh yeah, trust me, yeah. Um, it caused a lot of problems. Like my self esteem was low for years, and this one right here really, she saved my life. Literally, the cops even said it because there were things found in the house that basically, and things I was telling them that we finally put together and was like, okay, he tried to kill you.
What did he? I mean, I sound like I'm digging here, but when you say that he tried to kill you, there are outright physical ways,
Yeah.
and
Well,
then
there's
there are
ways.
poison. There's all sorts of different things, and I have experienced some of that, and I have patients who have. I just want you to elaborate a little bit so people will understand.
There were several different ways he tried.
He left the gas on that one time,
Yeah,
and he said he was seeing ghosts.
yeah. He left the gas on our stove just enough on.
Hmm.
Said he was seeing ghosts and everything. He was moving things on me. Psychological games, big time.
Gaslighting.
And yeah, and I couldn't smell the gas, obviously, because I'm in the house. And then I found that twice where he had left it on and the only reason why I knew was because he was stupid and turned the burner on that had a pot where I had made mashed potatoes and there was just a little bit left and they were black. He said a ghost did that. He woke up one morning and told me, "Oh, I had a dream last night that I was going to kill you," and he had a big knife right beside our bed. I did not know it was there. He said I was actually going to kill you. I thought he was just not serious. I didn't believe him. I was thrown into a wall one time with him, where if I would have let him keep going, that would have been it. There was also the time where he was making me coffee, and it was so good, and he had never done that before for me. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and from literally my chest down, I couldn't feel anything. And my son was crying in the other room, and I literally had to fall out of bed and commando crawl to my son.
Oh
And
my
when he
God.
saw me, he looked at me shocked, like I was not supposed to wake up. And we did find pills. in the house afterwards that nobody could identify. He followed me to downtown Pittsburgh. Nobody knew I was there. I mean, we did it like so. Remember that? We did it like so where nobody would know. And he found out and tried to take me from there too. He told somebody that he had plans of kidnapping me and putting me in a U-Haul storage shed. So, and he had all the stuff upstairs to do it. He had written notes that somebody had found. So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I'm lucky to be here.
You are meant to be here. You're meant to share your story, and you're meant to show that you can survive even when somebody does this craziness.
I had a lot of support because this was after my older son had passed away. So I was dealing with that. I was dealing with leaving him, having my other son to still take care of. And it was hard. I mean, if I didn't have my sister and my mom, I don't know if I would have made it. I really don't, because it was tough. And it was tough for them to get me to wake up and realize, Heather, this isn't normal. Like, they spent nights literally yelling at me, no, this is not normal, because I was so brainwashed that if they, even when they would say something to
like
me,
she would still want to call them.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it was just like I didn't understand it.
yeah,
And we just kept trying to like get in there.
it was bad. It was
When
really,
you're
really bad.
in an abusive situation like that, this echo's killing me. You become almost dependent on their approval, the abuser's approval, because they've told you you're worth nothing, that you'll never make it without them.
Right.
You can't survive, you need them. And they tell you that so much, you believe it. It is truly brainwashing. You are focused on your abuser. And that's why police oftentimes don't like to get themselves involved in a domestic violence situation, but it's because the wife always goes back.
Yeah.
And then they end up suing the police department. I hear this all the time. And with abuse survivors that I work with in therapy, they say they went back over and over again. And you're lucky you had good support in your life. Your sister, God bless, good sisters. What, doll?
It was that bad. Like, they literally watched me 24/7 because I just thought it was all crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it was happening. It was kind of like that. When I started to wake up out of it, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm that Monday night movie. I'm that Lifetime movie. No way. And
Well, we didn't want the kid, we didn't want we didn't want him still in it.
yeah,
Right.
I didn't want my son
You know,
in it. I wanted my son out of it. And he was young, thank God. And he didn't realize any of it. And like, even when we were doing the, getting up in the middle of the night, or there's, gunfire in the back of the house, and we're diving to grab my son off a couch in the middle of the night. Thank God he was young enough, but we taught him things to protect him. Like, go hide. We'd tell him places to hide and don't come out. And for him, it was like a game. And, nobody should have to live like that, though.
Right.
But it's hard. It stays with you. And like I said, or like she said, it took forever for them to get me to realize that. I mean, I was a sad, sad story as far as that goes.
It's unfortunately all too common. I think the ladies in here who have experienced abuse and escaped from that kind of a relationship will tell you they did the same thing. They wanted to make it work. They wanted validation, but they wanted it healthy, but they didn't know kind of how to get it there.
Yeah.
And basically, when you're with an abuser, I say all you can do is leave. They're not going to change. You cannot change anybody else. And if you know somebody has abused their ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, I hear girls say all the time, I can change him. I can make him not be like that. Or guys will do it. They'll say, all my exes have been crazy, but this one's different, and she's not going to do this to me. She's not going to rob me. She's not going to hit me and knock me up against the wall, which we know 20% of abuse victims are men. But we think we can fix it.
Yeah.
No.
And they also do that where they'll turn around and be nice to you too. Like they'll do something
Yeah.
and they'll turn around and go do something so nice and be so sad about what they did, and you're just like, oh, it's okay. I forgive you.
He was a very depressed person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very sweet.
Well, we know about the cycle of abuse. It's a circle. I don't know if anybody explained that to you.
Yeah.
Like in your therapy, it's like you have the abuse cycle where they are just tearing you up. They're beating you up, emotionally tearing you up. And then it's remorse and regret. And that's when they're making up. And they're also sweet and buying you stuff and taking you places. And then there's the tension periods before the build up. And we've talked about this with other women that oftentimes during the tension, you'll try to get the abuse over with. So actually, they'll do things to kind of poke the bear. I know that sounds kind of like it's minimalizing it, but they will do things to get through the bad part because they know there's going to be a remorseful period. And it's a sad cycle of abuse.
It is.
But you know also about battered women syndrome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it and how you have survived it?
It's, I don't know if you ever really survive it, actually. I mean, you survive it, obviously, but I think it's something that's always in the back of your head. It's always kind of there, at least with me. I don't know how to explain it where I'm not sure I can explain it right. Um, I don't know how to explain it where it would be. Sorry.
Are you in a relationship now?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship now. Um,
Not happy about this one either.
Oh,
my sister's not happy about this one either.
is he repeating the behaviors of your ex?
Not, not to the degree of that. No, nowhere to that degree. At least I don't think. My sister's looking like rolling eyes over here.
Let me ask your sister.
Sure.
This is unusual because usually I don't get two sisters on who are this close and know each other. What don't you like about her boyfriend?
I mean, he treats her the same way. He puts her down constantly. There's no real relationship there. He's the depressed person. He's a user. It's all the same symptoms all over again. It it hasn't changed. She picked the same thing.
But to me,
And
I
it's
think
once
that.
again we can't break.
You can't talk her out of it.
Nope.
I'm starting to.
Unfortunately, this happens. And that's why I say you have to be able to recognize after you heal for a while
Mm-hmm.
and you start feeling strong and you have some self-esteem. You need to recognize those red flags.
I don't think she gave herself enough time.
How long was it before you started into the relationship?
It was almost 2 years. It was about 2 years when I met him, and he was completely different than my first. I mean, completely. She's still.
My first instance with him was not a good one.
Yeah,
so
she
I don't
she
know.
didn't. But I mean, he. I don't know how to explain it. It probably is that I walked right back into it.
Well, he sounds like he's familiar to you because of your first relationship.
Probably. Just, I mean, he was the protector.
She never got herself like independent.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah. She never got to that point to where she was standing on her own 2 feet.
Yeah.
She went right back into this guy taking care and that whole thing.
Yeah, I did. And I think a lot of it is, again, the self-esteem and you have the brains, it's there. It's just a matter of there's a fear there. I don't know how to explain.
What are you afraid of if you leave him?
I don't know.
I don't either because he's gross.
Sounds like your sister's pretty dead set on this not happening.
Because she deserves more than that.
Aw,
You do deserve more. We all deserve to be treated well and to be in a loving relationship.
And that's what I want. I want that. I do. It's. I think it's just a
Hang on.
matter of.
I'm sorry, just a second.
Go ahead.
Madeline, this is my daughter that I supposedly disowned. I am on my live stream, darling. Yes, I think. Call your stepdaddy. Probably, if you call him, he can do that. He'll transfer it to you. You can go get it. All right, love you. Bye. Sorry, I have a subscription to Massage Envy, and I have a ton of them built up. And she wanted one, so I said, "Call your stepdaddy. He's got all the information." Okay, back to it. What is it that you fear about being on your own?
I really don't know. I don't. I couldn't. I don't have an answer. Honestly, I don't.
That's what you need to figure out.
Yeah.
I think I
She's
don't.
never been alone.
Yeah, I think it's that I don't like being alone. I don't want to be alone. I think that's what a lot
But you
of
don't
it
know
is.
that you don't like it because you've never been alone.
Well, I was.
Are you happy by yourself? Like, can you go to a movie or dinner by yourself?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Okay. This is. I'm gonna ask you all to shut your volume off or just mute for just a second. All right, that way we don't get the echo, because I want to make sure that this gets across. And I know the echo is probably driving everybody crazy, and I'm sorry, but we're working with it. They need headphones, and they'll get them probably next time, I'm sure. Okay, the first thing I tell people who, men or women, it's mostly women, like I say, that come to me and they're going to therapy and they've been in an abusive relationship. You have to learn to love yourself and be happy alone with yourself. That means living alone, taking care of your kids alone if you've got children. It also means being able to go out to lunch, go out to dinner, go to a movie by yourself, go for a walk by yourself, go on a vacation by yourself. If you can do that and enjoy your own company, then you're ready for a relationship. If you can't go and, do things by yourself and be happy by yourself, then you're not healed and you don't love yourself and enjoy your company. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I think maybe before, I don't know whether you're living with this gentleman or not, but it might be good to be in your own place, not live together. Tell him to get out, whatever, for a while. Tell him you need some time to heal. You need some time for yourself. You need to figure out what's going on. And then start building up your self-esteem, self-love, self-control, figuring out what you like, what you don't like, your own ethics and mores. You don't have to follow somebody else's rules, because if you notice, when you're in an abusive relationship, you're following their rules and not yours. You're obeying, you're doing what they want, what they like, what they'll please you. And it's very important that you have that strength in you, so you can walk away. You don't need anybody else, that you're fine by yourself. And you're such a beautiful, strong woman. You should be happy just in your own company and with your children or with your child. That's the most important thing, is to find your strength. And then you can push away the bad and bring the good in. That's, we need to be able to be able to discern who we want in our lives and who we don't. And hang on, I got a question in the chat. Amy said, does it count while your abusive husband is deployed and you're alone for 5 months? No, it doesn't. He's paying your bills. Okay. If you're alone, you're doing it all on your own. Now, you said you worked at Starbucks. You were working at Starbucks corporate, doing PR. You're in chemo. Okay. Maybe it's time to call your family or call somebody that's close. I am getting tons of snaps. Hang on just a second. I'm sorry. This is probably very important, or they would not be doing this. Hang on just a second. Okay. All right. I am. Madeline, if you don't quit messaging me, just get it from your stepdaddy. Quit messaging me. Well, let me get to my Twitter. I apologize. Madeline, you've got both of us on there. I'm talking to my kid and talking to you all because I know she's listening. But okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Amy, I suggest that you rely on your family and you talk to, if you're in chemotherapy, there may be hospice available to you if you can't eat. There are different healthcare plans. If you're on the military healthcare, um, they provide things. They'll do home health. They'll assist you. If you're in chemo, you can apply for temporary disability. And if it looks like you're going to be disabled for a while, then you can make it permanent. But there are things that you can do. But I suggest that you talk to the people on base. I don't, it's been so long since I've been involved in military. Like I said, my first husband was in the Air Force, but it's been a long time since I've dealt with anything militarily. So I'm sorry about that, Amy. You don't have family. You've been physically assaulted, and your father's in. I would say you need to speak. Being in the military is like a safety net for a lot of people. Um, you you have resources there. I would suggest that contact get the doctor that you're working with if you're in chemo. Tell him your situation. They will help you. They will get you into either a women's shelter if you're able to do that, or they will put you into hospice care until you're healthy enough to where you're back on your 2 feet. But I would definitely explore that. Okay. Since what they're doing is negligence, I don't know. You would have to speak to someone. You would have to talk to a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a psychologist. I'm not a lawyer. So you would have to check that out. But I don't, I can't give out medical, like I'm not diagnosing anybody and I can't give out legal advice and all of that. I'm not qualified to give out legal advice and I don't diagnose anybody on here either. But, I don't know what your entire situation is, but like I said, speak to your doctors, ask them what resources are there, and if you feel like you're not being treated well, then you can consult a lawyer. And they usually do the first visit free anyway. They'll do the consultation. So go to that and get some help because you definitely don't want to be in an abusive situation, and especially while you're very sick. Okay. And you will next month. Good. Your animals, you can always take to a friend, find somebody on base that will take them, or a rescue. Like I work with, by the way, I needed to mention this, Operation Underdog. If you go to them on Facebook, it's Operation Underdog. That's where anything that I earn, I just got monetized. Anything I earn will go to that. Okay. And hang on just a second. Okay. Sorry. My young one wants to get her massage and she's messaging all of us. It's all right though. But Amy, it's okay. You're not okay. I just want to make sure you know that, there's help there through the base and through your doctor, and that's the channel you need to take. And if you don't feel like they're treating you, then definitely see a lawyer. All right, let's get back to our ladies, Beauty in the Berg. Can you all unmute now? You can probably hear me. There we are. Okay. Did you understand what I was talking about? Separating and being able to go on your own?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think you can do that?
I'm actually kind of in the works of doing that.
Good.
There's just a few things that have to fall into place. Like with anything.
He just won't leave.
Call the cops. Change the locks.
My mom has, they live with my mom, and she has tried to tell him to leave 9,000,000 times, and he will not leave. And
Call the police and have a sheriff's order take him out.
They need to just change the locks and put the stuff outside the door. Who cares if he causes a ruckus?
I did that once. I had a guy that I was dating. He wasn't abusive. He was just determined to be my husband and move in with me. And he kept bringing stuff every time he came over. And so I finally just put everything in garbage bags and put it out on the yard and changed the locks. Because he had gotten my key off my key ring and copied it.
He just needs to leave.
Yeah. Change the locks. Call the sheriff if he's out there on the lawn.
Well, that's something he probably would do. I think it's just something that, it's there's so many other things that are going on at the same time that I think it's just overwhelming. No, see, she doesn't think that.
You have to put yourself first.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
goes right back to the
Yeah.
same thing.
My
You
sister's
just have to
stronger.
just say, I'm done. You don't,
Hmm.
there's nothing there.
Yeah,
He
it's
doesn't treat you like an equal at all.
The great thing about having close relationships with your sister or your mother, they tell you the truth.
oh yeah. This one right
I'm a
here
truth teller.
will tell it just how it is. Trust me. It's like she'll just like tell you, but she does it in a loving way, and I know that. That she's coming from a place of love and care.
I don't know that I always say it nicely.
Well, no, you don't. But I'm saying.
Well, so what if we say it nice, it doesn't get through.
That's what I'm
Sometimes
saying.
we have to be yelled at.
I'm very stubborn. Maybe that's the word. Am I stubborn?
But it sounds like you're stubborn as opposites to your best interest.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I think I'm just very. I don't know. I don't know what I am. I think I'm both.
Maybe it's oppositional. We see in kids oppositional defiance disorder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when you tell them something, they'll do the opposite every time and act out.
Yeah, she doesn't like people telling her what to do.
Oh no, I can't stand that. I will do the complete opposite.
But you have to like. It's not like go get the butter and you don't want to get the butter. It's like
Right.
your life. Like you only get one life, like, and you need to live it. And
Exactly. If you don't take control now, when are you? When you're 50, 60, and you have your teeth knocked out?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
How long before you take your 2 feet and move?
I think it's just one of those things where you become complacent in something because I've been with him for about 12 years.
Hmm.
So I think it's just something where you become complacent, which I shouldn't be because you think I wouldn't be because I've ridden on this roller coaster before. Um, and I got right back on it. I didn't mean to.
But you've
I know
recognized
We all
that it's the
warned you
same
not
situation.
to.
yeah, I was warned not to, but I went ahead and did it anyways.
I mean, my kids don't want any parts of them. They won't go visit,
Yeah, it's just a mess.
and they're little.
Yeah, it's
You
a
need,
mess. And
then you know what to do.
well, I know I gotta fix it. I know that. It's just a matter of I don't know. I think I'm one of the
There's always a reason.
yeah. I
There's always
always
a
have a
reason.
reason. I will give you a reason
There's
for
always a
everything and
reason,
anything.
or it's always in the works, or there's gonna be like
Yeah.
it's. There's always something. There's always an excuse.
You know, we talk about having a plan to get out. Why not be proactive? Make you a plan. You've got to get him out of your mother's house.
Yes.
But why don't you write it out? Everything that you need to do, both of you together. So you're working towards a common goal and make it happen. Look at, you know, making the change within a week. Fast.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to wait around.
You want to go right now?
Like
We'll
my
go on a field
sister
trip.
would do.
Do it now.
She
Go
would.
buy
My
some
sister
locks for your
would.
parents' house and head on.
Like, and I don't know how that is where you're, but she is. I say she's the stronger one. Um, I say I'm the weaker one.
I disagree with that, but I there's just have to do it.
Yeah, it basically comes down to me just doing it because
You need to
really,
put yourself first.
I'm the only one that can do it.
Hmm.
In all honesty, so it's just, and I know that I do. It's just
So what's the holdup?
I could probably give you 25 different reasons if you really wanted me to, and not one of them would
make sense.
exactly.
Right. If they don't make sense, then they're not good excuses.
And now YouTube knows.
And now, yeah,
The world knows. We're all going to be waiting on you to move out.
Yep. I know it's gonna be like, did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? It's just accountability. There's accountability there now.
Mhm.
It's hard. It is hard. It is hard because there wasn't always bad times. There were good times too. I think that's what you look back and you think about a lot.
Well, that's how you rationalize it.
Yeah. And I think I've just got to learn that, let that go and just, and there are things I want to do. I've talked to my sister.
Yeah, she definitely has more of a plan than she ever had before.
I have a plan.
I'll say that. She's in a different sort of place, I guess, in that sense. Yeah. But action still needs to be taken.
Action still needs to be taken, but I'm more proactive now in like making a plan.
Good.
To do things. Actually, I have several plans in the works of things that I'm doing. But I think it just comes down to once you've don't ever get into a relationship like this. Don't ever, because if I could go back and tell the young me, what I know now, it'd be like,
exactly.
I mean, I would do it again in the sense for my kids because I had two beautiful children come from it. So I don't regret it in that regards, the first one, because I had two beautiful blessings come from that. So I wouldn't change that for that reason, but it's hard. And she's been along for the ride on my roller coaster.
Well, you never regret children, right, but you regret the relationship. It would have been nice if you could have had the children with someone who was actually good to you and didn't scare you and try to kill you.
Yeah.
Just those things.
Yeah. And when I say those things, when I say it out loud to people that those things happen, it's like, wow, what the heck? I mean, I've had people look at me and go, "Are you serious?" And it's like, I'm very serious. And I think sometimes people think you're like, well, why, how didn't you know that was happening to you? And no, you don't always know that's happening to you.
No. And you don't realize when emotional abuse starts, it's small. It might be something like them criticizing your weight or what you're wearing or how you do your hair or makeup. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you realize that they're not giving you constructive criticism. It's negative criticism, and it's to hurt you. And you need to heal from this. And the only way you're going to heal is to be by yourself. So, whoa. Who is that? Oh, hey, darling. Okay, hang on just a second. Mute YouTube.
Oh, I see the echo thing now.
Yeah.
Now we understand.
Bella, did you get it muted? Nope. Okay.
I didn't say a word.
You don't have to. It's coming back to me. Everybody, lower the volume. Okay, Belladonna. All you have to do is
Am I too loud?
mute YouTube. Leave the Google Hangout screen open. You got it? Maybe. Mute. Okay, and ladies, Heather and Heidi, can you all mute?
Sure.
It's going like three different ways. Okay, let's see how it is now. Okay, I've still got an echo coming from one person, so I guess that's Belladonna.
Okay. Let's see.
Leave the Google Hangout open. That's much better. But the YouTube screen needs to be muted.
Okay. Let me see.
It's okay. The ladies had the same problem. And it may be where you're not wearing headphones. Do you have headphones?
Oh, it is muted.
Okay. It must be coming back where you don't have headphones. Do you have any headphones? Because I'm hearing myself back through your device.
Yeah, that would take me so long to get them.
Okay.
I have them.
If if you don't want to go get them,
I mean, I can get on my crutches and get them.
if you could find them, that would be great. But otherwise, I'll let you tell your story in just a second, and I won't speak.
But I gotta think because I had to go all the way downstairs and get them.
I understand that.
Yeah, I'm on mute.
Okay.
But yeah, at first I could hear the echo, like I could hear you around the whole house. I could hear you everywhere.
That happens. Okay, Belladonna, if you'll give me just a minute, I'm going to finish with Heidi and Heather, and then we'll get to your story, okay? And I really appreciate you being
just turn my volume on my tablet all the way down.
Okay.
If that'll help everybody, okay?
Well, you'll get them coming through like I am right now.
Yeah, I want to hear them. I want to hear it.
Leave their volume up, but if you can turn your mic down, that'll work.
Tell me what to push.
I don't know on a tablet.
That's why Josephine got to help me. She helped me. Her and Michelle tell me everything. But
They're
I
good.
Can't even see I can't see the words.
Right. That's on the YouTube screen. And what you'll want is to have the YouTube muted, but you'll have the Google Hangouts will have the volume, but you'll be able to read the chat.
Okay.
Josephine, how first she needs it.
That's like on the phone. Okay. All right, I just turn it down. Oh, wait, I turn it down where I can hear him.
Okay. Heidi and Heather, y'all want to turn yours up?
Okay.
Can you hear us now?
Barely.
Can you hear us now?
I'm surprised because after all the echoing I just heard, I'm scared to talk loud.
It's okay. Talk loud. Because I'm shutting up.
Okay.
Holy heck. That was right in my ears.
We all got to learn this.
Yeah,
Okay.
It needs to come with instructions.
Yeah, we need instructions.
Okay, my only question right now, what's your plan?
Oh, me? Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. Wasn't sure. I mean, it is in the works. Things are in the works. Like I said, and this one right here holds me accountable for just about everything. So, I know I have her to like kick me in the butt when I need kicked in the butt. But I do plan on doing something. I'm not going to stay in the position that I'm in. I don't want to stay in the position that I'm in.
When are you making a change? Give me a date.
I don't think she realizes how frustrating and annoying it is for people that are around her.
I don't. I wish I could.
By March?
Oh yeah, definitely by March.
5th of March.
Yeah, I had said that. That by March that things had to change. I mean, I have told him that. So I've been more vocal recently about things with him as far as this goes. So he knows. It's just a matter of seeing what he does and then what I need to do in response to that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. It's not an easy situation, but that's not an excuse either.
It's never an easy situation.
Yeah. It sucks. Sorry.
I would like to see you come back in and say the changes you've made. Next Friday?
Heidi's like, yes.
Let's see something by next Friday.
I will come back next Friday and let you know what's going on. I can't make promises.
Yes, you can.
I'd like to make promises.
Then do it.
Well, then I always feel bad if I fall through on that promise. I feel horrible.
Well, you should.
And I do.
Be accountable.
I hold myself accountable for a lot of different things. Heidi said she likes you.
I'm very proactive. And I can be very demanding.
Yins get along great. Um, I will come back Friday. I can't guarantee. Um,
Welcome to my world.
I'd like to see what changes you've made. I think we all would, right? Thumbs up if you want to see change.
Yes, thumbs up, please.
uh-oh.
I need to see some thumbs.
Thumbs, ladies. Thumbs up if you want to see change. And then we'll come to the chat.
And we won't echo.
We're going to have headphones sent out to everybody.
I'm reading some of the chat, and I just wanted to say thank you. I see one that I know right there. I'm seeing a lot of nice things from what I am seeing in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of thumbs up.
We care.
I want to say thank you because it is hard. It's a hard, and I have other things going on. Even Heidi will agree with that.
Yeah, that can't necessarily be put out into the world.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about, but
And that's okay.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of things I've got going on that I'm working on, and it just gets to be very overwhelming. But knowing that the support is there is very nice, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's thumbing up and saying Michelle, and hi Michelle, and saying the nice things that they're saying. It really does mean a lot, and it does help boost you up.
Hopefully boost you out of the situation.
Well, I appreciate you ladies. If you all will join the chat and just close out your Google Hangouts and stay with us.
Sure.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and make sure you all subscribe. They have a great channel. It's new.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's Beauty and the Bird. Okay. Once you shut that down, then I can talk to Belladonna, and hopefully our echo won't be so bad. Okay. I think I have to do it. There they go. Okay. Now, Belladonna. I'm having an echo with you, of course, because you don't have headphones on. But let me say to the chat, she has an incredible story. And one of the things that we talk about is that it doesn't matter who you are, what your socioeconomic background is, whether you're wealthy, poor, what race, it happens to any of us or anywhere. It's possible that you can meet someone and be abused. Okay, so I'm going to let her tell her story. Since I'm echoing so bad, it's going to be hard to ask any questions. But why don't you go ahead and start to share?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can everybody else hear me? Because I can't see I can't see.
We got you.
Okay, so if somebody else has a question, you have to ask.
I definitely will.
For them. Okay, where you want me to start?
At the beginning, why don't you start in high school?
I was a gifted person in high school. Well, through school, I skipped 3 grades, so I graduated high school at 15.
Wow.
So, well, I was born in the Dominican Republic, and I had a horrible burn in 1984. So that's what brought me to America. So my dad was a dairy farmer, and we ended up in Lexington, North Carolina. But my mom wanted to settle in a place called Siler City, North Carolina.
I know where that is.
It's probably right down the road from
It is. A couple hours.
Yeah, from what you sound like. So I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
Don't be, honey. Just talk to me.
So they had a school. I wanted to be a writer, a reporter, like so bad. And
let me mute my dog. Sorry. Tell me I'll be bitching about my dog.
My dog might run up here at any time. and it's called Duke Ellington School of the Arts. So I really wanted to go to that school, and I would have been 12 entering high school. So my mom was, she was the type of person, I'm the oldest of 10. She
Oh,
was
wow.
very interested in men, but not really interested in us. So she would say things all the time. I wish you were more like his father, or I wish you were more like his father. We all had different fathers, maybe, two by this one, two by this one, two by that one. And I, as an adult now, I understand having 10 children is hard on anybody. So we
Mhm.
were all closer to our fathers than we were to her, because she was mean, and she would leave maybe on Friday, come back on Monday. She would leave, you would never know when you would see her again. So I married my high school sweetheart, and at 17, I got pregnant with my set of twins, with my first set of twins. And on his 19th birthday, his family was wealthy. They gave him a BMW. This is in Washington,
Whoa.
D.C. They gave him a BMW on his birthday. So his birthday is on November the 24th. November the 24th is also falls sometimes on Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Oh, we just riding through the town. The girls were about 4 years old on this particular year. And that's when they passed the law that you had to have like a lap type of car seat.
Mhm.
You're too big for a regular car seat if you had to wait. So you had to have this lap type of car seat. So he just messing. Yeah, He messing with the gadgets. Oh, this is for the radio. Oh, this is for the seat warmer. I'm like, I get it. It's a fancy car. Oh, this is military time. And I realize we are in a horrible neighborhood. So I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and I see a guy that's a little bit too close to the car, and he sees a guy on his side that's a little bit too close to the car. So it happened so fast. I just, the memory is very vivid, but it happened really fast. I realized we're getting carjacked. Like,
Mhm.
this is really happening, and we getting carjacked. So when I tell people, I need people to realize movies. When somebody gets murdered, it is so not like in the movies. The first shot, first of all, it was deafening. But when his head, when his skull and his, when it blew apart,
Oh my
his
god.
brains blew right on my face, and it shook my body. It shook the car. But the kids, the girls screamed so loud. I mean, them screaming was deafening. But I was, I think, 8 months pregnant at the time with my second set of twin boys.
You were
So
pregnant then during the carjacking?
I was pregnant then doing the carjacking. I just froze. So, it's fight or flight, but I
Mhm.
froze. Like, is this really happening? So he slumped over. Just immediately. I mean, he was dead. He just slumped over. So the guy shot him another time, and I can remember his eyeball just went like right on the windshield. I didn't, that's when it kicked in, like my instinct. Get the girls out of the car seat, save yourself. It's nothing for me. I can't do anything for him. I'm not thinking
Right.
about this car, nothing. We are all covered in blood. But I can remember the girl still screaming. Oh, that screaming was deafening. I wasn't afraid of them. I just got out of the car, and I think them seeing the bump, because I was very far along,
Oh
let
god.
them know, like, this lady is not going to fight us back. So we walked and walked and walked for miles, like all the way home, covered in blood, with his, like, pieces of his skull still pasted to my face. So at that time, I think I'm 21 at this time, and I had Caleb, and the other baby didn't make it. I had
Oh
Caleb,
God.
but the other baby didn't make it. And at this time, I got I was so depressed, like so depressed that I wouldn't get out of bed. I didn't want, and it was not postpartum depression. It was, I just,
Grief.
it was just grief. I didn't want to bathe him. I didn't want to get out of the bed. I didn't care about anything. And I got addicted to, I had pre-eclampsia. So
Hmm.
for maybe somebody else is typing there like I had pre-eclampsia, but I'm a
They're all
physician.
saying bless you and
Yeah.
oh my
Oh,
gosh and prayers.
the cure to pre-eclampsia. I'm a physician's assistant now, so I'm very close to being a doctor. But the
Hmm.
cure to pre-eclampsia is to deliver the baby. I
Hmm.
had already delivered the babies, but I felt horrible. Now, what I thought was they kept saying, "Oh, it's postpartum depression, and you've been through so much trauma." That wasn't it. I felt horrible. My toes hurt, my eyeballs hurt. I was like, my mom even told her something is wrong with her. So my blood pressure was like 240 over 180. So
Oh
she
my
took me
God.
to the hospital. She was like, get out of this bed. Something is wrong with you. You nurse all the kids. Something is wrong. So that's what was wrong. I had eclampsia. The minute I got there, I had like 8 seizures back to back to back to back and ended up in a coma.
Oh my
The
God.
point of this is I fell out of the bed at the hospital, which led to my addiction to painkillers.
Hmm.
I think I stayed on painkillers maybe the next 8 years of my life. Now, this led to my abusive relationship, the person that was giving me the painkillers. I ended
Hmm.
up pulling myself, out of the rut. Like, I got these kids that I have to take care of. I have to take care of these children. This man beat me from the time I woke up to the time we went to bed. Well, let me back up. The kids had a trust fund.
Hmm.
Like I said, their family was wealthy. They couldn't touch it until they grew up. But if I went to their grandparents and I feel horrible about myself today. I'm sorry to cry. I'm so
Honey, it's
sorry.
okay. It is okay.
But sometimes you deserve it and I'm sorry, everybody. I just got to let it go.
You let it out. Tell your story. Let it go.
I would lie to them to say, Caleb need formula or, the kids need socks or diapers or sneakers. And my kids have always been, private school educated. They need tuition money, but it was to feed my drug habit. And I feel horrible about that now because the money was for the kids, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I just was in such a bad place because he was beating the life out of me. And I was embarrassed because I felt like, we got such a big house and, I'm middle class and I'm a doctor. And I tell women this all the time when they come in for their women's visit. Are you
Go
being
outside.
abused at home? That's the first question we ask them. Are you
Mm-hmm.
experiencing any domestic violence at home? And here I am. He's beating the hell out of me. So
Merlet.
his name was
I'm
Drew.
sorry.
It's okay. His name was Drew. And the kids hated him. It's like he would come in and suck the air out of the house. And the kids would come when I got off of work. They would come to the hospital. They loved the doctors that I work for. The doctors loved them. And my practice was surgery. So they could come and, like peek in the OR. And I think the doctors kind of knew like something is off. Something is wrong at home. So at the peak of everything, every hospital that I think every woman on here has ever been to is what? Glass. You can see out of every window.
Mm-hmm.
So we started like dawn. You know that my shift was always 7 a.m. to 7 reverse,
Yep.
sorry, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So
Okay.
I'm coming in one night and he had followed me. He would take every penny. I don't care. It's like he could smell money. And he had followed me to work and he was beating the hell out of me in the parking lot. And one of the surgeons that I work with, he was just hiding behind, like a column behind a car. He was just hiding and he watched it. He watched the
He didn't
entire
intervene.
when Andrew picked his fist up, like when I couldn't take no more, I couldn't stand on my feet no more, he stopped him. He came over and he punched him in his face. He said, "You will not beat this woman to death when I'm on call at a hospital." He took me inside and my eye was just hanging, barely hanging in the socket. He said, I'm shocked. He said, "Not you." He said, "I'm just so shocked." He said, "Why didn't you tell somebody?" I said, "What was I possibly going to say? I can't come live with you. I got kids. I can't come live with you." So the, I guess, in what I thought was the end of the story, he had gotten high. He graduated to heroin. He had
Oh
gotten
God.
high, took every penny out of my pocketbook, and he killed a man with his bare hands. He went to a bar and he strangled somebody with his bare hands. He was drunk. He was high. The guy was drunk. The guy was high. And the guy had a seizure.
Oh
He
my
died.
God.
So instead of them charging him with murder, they charged him with manslaughter.
Mm.
I'm so sorry. Please, nobody on here hate me. I was so
Nobody's
happy.
hating on you. Believe me.
I was so happy. Like, oh my God, I get my life back.
Yeah. Well, once he's in jail, that's the thing with domestic abusers. A lot of times they don't have a criminal record.
Because
So
everybody too scared to tell on him.
they're afraid.
So he got, I think, only maybe 9 years because he didn't have a weapon. And he had so many witnesses to say that the guy hit him first and back and forth, back and forth. So while we going to jail, I missed my period. I said, "Oh, this is the worst thing that could ever happen to me." And it's still my little blessing, my little Noah. So I promised myself he would never see Noah. We moved. I mean, we put stuff in trash bags, like we get away from this guy. We moved. We never gonna see him again. And then he was like Voldemort from Harry Potter. We would just
Oh
never
God.
talk about him. The kids was so happy. The girls went to college. Kayla went on his way to college. I only had Noah, and Noah would ask all the time, and he would tell people, "Oh, my dad died. He got, he got murdered." We never told him any different. I honestly put him out of my mind. Like, honestly, he didn't exist. And I was able to move on. I was able to finish school, got a great job. I dated here and there, but I never thought about him again. I did from time to time, but I was just so humiliated. Like, a doctor that I worked with, my colleague, saw him, beating me to death in the hospital garage. Like, that was just too much for me. And then
Belladonna,
Mhm.
let me ask you something. Did you ever think that maybe he should be ashamed, not you? Because
No,
he was the one that was doing it.
but I allow him to.
Did you? Did you ask for it? Did you say, "Come here and beat the shit out of me at work"?
But I
don't
never,
think so.
I didn't stop him. I didn't stop him.
You
That's
couldn't
how
stop
I
him if he
always
was beating you, right?
But I always felt like I could fight. I should have fought back, or I should have put my foot down. God gave me 2 feet. I should have walked out. I honestly feel like, and I tell people this all the time, if you want out of this abusive relationship, there are resources you can get out. But then when I found
Absolutely.
myself in the relationship, I'm like, why do these, excuse me, by the time I finish everybody will understand I'm not a racist by far, but I would look at TV and say, why do these white people always say, oh my God, like you can totally get out. Why didn't you just leave? It's not that easy.
It's not.
It is so not that easy.
It's not just physically hard. It's mentally hard. Like
Yes.
talking to Heidi and Heather, Beauty in the Berg. She could physically get out. She could leave right now. She could move out and kick him out of her parents' house and move in with her sister if she wanted to. But it's mental. It's the emotional. You can't think to get out. It's like you don't think you can survive. You don't think that you're worthy. And that's what the hard part is.
Right.
And that's why domestic violence is so important to talk about. We need to stop it from the beginning. Now, why don't you tell us where you are in your life now?
Well, Noah started, I believe it was 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And we would hear maybe like somebody throwing rocks at the window, right? And the girls were like, who is throwing rocks at the window? This went on for maybe a week, and my heart sank. I just knew it, Mama Beth. I knew it. Nobody had to tell me. I said, oh my God, this is 12 years later at the time, and I knew it. Nobody had to tell me. He came through the door, y'all, like the Hulk or Superman. I want to see my son.
Oh,
I
God.
said, oh my God. And the girl said, it's Andrew. And I'm thinking to myself, how did you get out of jail? But 8, 9, 10 years flew by like the blink of an eye. Everybody excuse me for being graphic. I am who I am. He came through that door. Caleb jumped on his back. I believe one of my daughters got a iron skillet, and I grabbed a serrated knife.
Oh my Lord.
He punched me in the throat. That took it took the wind out of me. It took me a few minutes. It disoriented me, but he wasn't coming to see a baby or, he was coming to kill me. Like, I went to jail, you move, you abandon me, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. I'm mad at you. When I say it again, fight or flight. I will repeat myself. When you want to get out of an abusive relationship, this wasn't the time for me to start crying. Oh, no, I was tired of it. He beat me at almost every single day. Now, you guys haven't seen it, but Mama Beth can vouch for me. He blacked my eyes. He broke my jaw.
I have to say that your pictures look like something in a book. I have seen pictures of all kinds. But, honey, yours are right up there. They could be in a documentary.
Or I could write a book. People would not believe, like when I got to the ER, people would say, oh my God, did you get hit by a car? No, a man did it. A person punched me this bad.
Do you want me to show the picture?
Oh, you can show the pictures.
Hang on, I'll pull it up on my phone. Keep talking.
I'm not ashamed of it at all.
I am proud that you survived.
I'm happy I survived. You want me to finish? Or you want
Keep
me to
going,
wait?
baby. Keep going.
So he just kept punching me. I mean, profusely. Bam, in the jaw. I could taste blood. So I knew, I'm a doctor. I knew my jaw was broken. He hit me in the nose. I knew my nose was broken. I could taste blood. I'm swallowing blood. My kids are screaming bloody murder. Please stop hitting mommy. Please stop hitting mommy. And my heart was breaking for Noah because this is your dad. But nobody is going to tell you, this is your dad.
This is what she looked like. Look at that. She had her eyebrow, the bone underneath the suborbital arch.
If
was
you
broken.
move it over to the right, they can't see it. Like, see, my eye is not there. He tried to take my eye out. I mean, he just
jaw's broken
and punching.
Look at that.
And punching. And he wouldn't stop. So I took the serrated knife and I told him, I said, please don't hit me again. I'm giving you this your warning shot right here. He
This
just
is the other
wouldn't
one.
get pull up off of me, and I
Yeah.
didn't stop. I hit him right in the gut twice. He grabbed his stomach, and then the kids, they just stopped. The kids froze.
Mm.
I hit him in the gut again. He still kept coming at me. I said, okay, he is serious about this now. So I hit him in his thigh because I knew that was his femoral artery right there. And
Mhm.
I thought he would just bleed out right there on the floor. He
I'm
came back
echoing.
again.
So explain exactly where the femoral artery is in the thigh, because actually, if you hit someone there, they go down. So it's in the, you explain it because it's echoing.
The femoral artery in your thigh is not that far from your groin. So I took the knife, and again, this is a serrated knife, so I'm taking skin with me at the same time, and I just took it again like a horror movie because that's what it is. But I hope you ladies understand at the same time. I can't see your sclera is the white part of your eye.
Mhm.
My sclera was bleeding. My eyes were bleeding.
You can see it in this picture. If you all look at this, can you see that her eye, one eye is gone, and the other is, and the other picture shows it's,
That the other eye is just bleeding.
yeah,
So
it's bleeding.
I'm going blindly, but I know what I'm aiming for. And I
Mhm.
just stabbed and went, that one took them down. The kids didn't run. They actually looked at me for guidance, and I was proud of them, but I felt horrible as a parent. They said, "Mommy, what do you want us to do?" I said, "Stop crying. Just calm yourself down." I said, "Noah, you call the police. You say that a man broke in the house and your mommy hurt him real bad." I said, "Don't try to clean nothing up. Mommy made a mistake." And when the older children came, I said, "Don't touch me. It'll be evidence kind of thing."
That was smart. Hear how
Yeah,
she's
I didn't
saying,
want to look like we covering nothing up.
right. And that's one thing that we need to remember. If you are ever in this situation and you have to fight back, call the police as soon as you can. Don't touch anything. Make sure you don't get anything else on you, on your kids. Just have everybody sit down where they are and just call the police. Okay, go ahead, darling.
And that's what I did. I don't think I had the wherewithal then to just to let it out. But after I got in jail, it set in. After I got in jail, it was clearly self-defense, but
Mhm. And you had babies there. You had children there.
and the law is the law. I think I had to stay there maybe 3 months, like 90
Oh my
days.
God.
And I was talking to somebody in the UK, and she was like, "Well, somebody in the UK did that, and she got like 20 years." I said, "Well, I'm unapologetically me, just because I'm not gonna let nobody beat me to death." And the only thing I kept thinking, like, punch after punch. This is something like Rocky. Imagine dying
just
in front of your
horrified.
children. If I had died like that in front of my kids, they would be traumatized like forever and forever.
I totally agree with your decision. I'd rather sit in jail for 3 months than be murdered in front of my kids. And I'd rather show my children to fight back.
And I don't want anybody here. I don't know what the women are saying, but I don't
They're
want
very
anybody
supportive.
here
Everyone
to say,
is talking about how
"You
strong
are a
you are."
terrible person. How could you kill
No.
him?" And I
Nobody's
feel,
saying that.
I felt so guilty. I almost killed myself to say, "Oh my, I killed him with." I did such a
Hey,
terrible
it was you
thing.
and
It
him.
was horrible. I know this, but he's still a human being. But I felt the same way. Like, I couldn't do this again. I remember all the times, he beat me before, and I said, "No, I'm so sorry." But then I just thought about Noah. Noah looked terrified. He was terrified. Like, he don't even know this person.
Right.
And the minute he kicked the door and Noah was on his feet, like, "That's my mommy."
Right.
He begged him, please stop hitting my mommy.
Listen, let me read the chat to you for a second.
Okay.
Steph Gant says, "Oh, bless you. You are such an incredibly strong woman, Belladonna, and it sounds like you're a fantastic mom." Drama Queen says, "I'm amazed that she had the strength to think that clearly. I'm just amazed at her strength." Steph Gant says, "Me too." Unmumsy Musing, Josephine says, "No judging here. He abused you for a long time, and he broke in and threatened and scared you and your kids. You had to defend yourself." Michelle Stagg says, "Bless her." This entire chat is full of support. We all are giving you, listen, you did what a mom should do. You protected yourself and your babies. Okay. Trisha, you protected yourself and your kids. I swear we always say the same thing at the same time. But you're incredible for what you've been through. You survived it. And now how are things going?
I did it again. I didn't kill nobody. Don't.
She didn't murder anybody else. No, she didn't kill anybody else or have to do it in self-defense. But you got back in another abusive situation.
Yeah, it's like, do I have a sign on my forehead like I need a dad or boss me? This.
No, but your picker's off. You know what I say? Your picker is off. You're not recognizing red flags. The first time he speaks abusively to you, it's over. First time he raises his hand, it's over. You know, you don't wait until it gets so bad that you can't leave and you're wrapped up in it. You know, you do it at the first. And that's what we're trying to teach everybody. Don't let it happen the first time they start. Get the hell out of there. Get your kids and get out. And, you know, I want to teach young people that even as teenagers, they get into really abusive situations. Walk away. Get away. Don't stay in it. And when you pick another person, you have to be full and strong and love yourself. And when you are, you can walk. And that's what you're doing. You're not recognizing the red flags early enough, and now you're in the same situation. How are you going to leave? Let's make a plan.
This one is just, he will call the police on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I told you everything so I would not put myself back in the same situation. It's on me, and then, well, you know she killed somebody. Why would you do that?
Right.
That's so mean.
Right. He attacks you, then calls the police as a victim. We see that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you need to do is get out, get gone without any violence. Just leave. Middle of the night, or while he's gone, while he's at work one day. Get your shit and go.
Yeah,
I and your
only
son.
Had one brother here, like in Maryland, where I am. He said, "No, he tries to trigger you because he thinks you are a violent, crazy, like, I'm just gonna grab a knife." When he doesn't know, I cry myself to sleep lots of nights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I make sense? I didn't do it on purpose. I would never hurt a fly.
You were protecting yourself.
I would never hurt nobody. I did not do it on purpose.
Right. You were doing, you did the right thing. We're all supportive of you. That's what I was telling you when we were in DMs. I have the most amazing people in this chat. We all support each other. And we'll support you getting out. Just like we'll support other women who need that help. You know, anybody who asks, anything we can do. You know, you're in Maryland. I'm a state over, baby.
But at first, it seemed, I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's okay, babe.
At first, it seemed, I don't know, charming. Like, I have this great big house, and
Those are material things.
I
It
got
doesn't mean
right.
anything about the
And
emotional.
everybody think my life is so perfect. And he's like, "Oh, you don't have to do this. I pay all the bills and this and that." I have 75 cents to my name.
Right.
Where am I gonna go?
Honey, we can get you
Where,
money.
how am I gonna be able to leave and go somewhere? And then I just feel awful that like my best friend in the whole world is somebody on Twitter that I don't even know. I
Sweetheart,
know that you have to make
it's
a
okay.
plan. Where am I going with 75 cents? I'm sorry, everybody.
Listen,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
If
You're
you
crying
knew
is
me,
fine.
you know I'm like the strongest person in the world, but I feel so hopeless. I just feel so hopeless. I'm sorry.
I understand. I've been there, not for as long
Because
as you have.
I didn't mean to do it. I did make a mistake. I would kill him again. I'm sorry. I would kill him again.
It's
and
okay.
again.
I would have.
But I'm tired of that hell over my head. I made a mistake. I was just trying to protect myself and the kids. I don't know what to do.
You don't have to do
Every
anything
day,
about that. It's over.
I try to make a plan, but I just don't know what to do.
Okay, we can get you money. Money is not a problem. And frankly, you've got, resources. I mean, you got enough on your finger to take care of you for a year. I mean, show that
Yeah,
rock.
I say I would pawn it in a minute. I would pawn my earrings.
That's the way I am.
Everything. I just gotta get to. If I could get to my kids, get to North Carolina and get to my kids and my family, I would be okay. If I'm on the phone, I can hear him breathing. He listen on the phone. I just got in a car accident. I was telling Kelly that. I talked to Kelly, the one in Ireland.
She's great, isn't she?
Yes, and she was like, "You got to get away from him. You got to make a plan."
Mm-hmm. We
I'm
can
sorry
get you
for
to North
crying.
Carolina. That's no big deal.
I don't never cry. I'm sorry, everybody.
Sweetheart, you can cry all you want. This is safe place.
I'm sorry.
Okay? This is our safe space to share. You are so strong. And listen, tears don't mean weakness at all. That's just our heart letting go. Okay? And you're not going to be held, accountable anymore for a thing that wasn't your fault. He broke in. He asked for it. Right? And if you need a bus ticket to go to North Carolina, or somebody to pick you up, or somebody to help you, you want clothes? I got 3 closets full of clothes in every size. Because I went from skinny to fat to skinny. I ain't skinny yet, but I will give you clothes. I'll give you whatever you need. And we'll get together and send you the money to get you on a bus to wherever in North Carolina you want to go. I mean, we'll do it. God, my arms look fat. But we will take care of you, darling. This is a supportive system. Okay? We're not going to let you stay in this. If you want to leave, we'll help you leave. You got, all these people in here, we're all ready to help. You just have to tell us when. Okay?
Yes.
And you've got my DM. And of course, Kelly's and Josephine's and, other people on Twitter. And listen, some of the online relationships that we have are stronger than one in real life. Because they are real life. We're more honest online a lot of times. Right?
But does that make you unstable?
No. My best friend and I met online, and we've been friends for 20 years.
He trying to convince me now, since I crushed my legs. He said, I was reading this book. I think you have a mental disorder. I said, I don't have a mental disorder. It's called cabin fever.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the bed because my legs are crushed. No.
How long is it going to be before you're healed?
Only 4 more weeks. I asked the physical therapist today. I said, can you tell me how long it'll be before I'm walking on my own? He said, what's wrong? You want to drive? and he was right over top of me.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to know on paper how long it's going to be before she can drive again, because I don't want her taking one of the cars and hurting herself.
Mm.
So he said, she's going at her own pace. She's doing good. It should only be about 3 or 4 more weeks. So when we got back in the car, he said, you heard that? Don't go doing nothing stupid. You can't drive at all.
Can you
So
walk?
when he leave every day, I feel like I'm in Misery. Y'all remember that movie Misery?
Yeah.
Where Kathy Bates was crazy? That's what
Mhm.
he be doing. That's what he be doing to me. When he leave every day, girl, I be in here trying to walk. I take
Good.
one crutch, and I be exercising my legs so I can walk.
Smart.
But by myself, I couldn't do it by myself. I would fall.
We got to get you strong enough to where you can walk and are mobile. And the next time you go see your therapist, just tell him that you need to speak to him privately. Or if you can slip a note to the nurse and say, I need to speak to you privately. I'm in an abusive situation. A doctor, a nurse, you know from being a PA. If someone calls out to you or cries out to you, get them help. That's part of your job.
They even told him that. They said, well, partners never come in here. A husband or wife, your wife therapy. Why are you in here? He said, oh, I just wanted to see, basically, is she putting on?
She's putting on. You got crushed legs.
And that's what he said. He said, putting on. He said, can you just sit over there? Can you go over there? Go get a cup of coffee or something.
Mm-hmm.
So then he asked me, he said, are you okay? I said, he's
Did you
just
go,
a
no?
little bit, right, a little bit frightening. So I said, I already wrote the note. I put help on the note. But then I said, well, maybe they might not catch on. And then
they will.
Worse.
Believe me, we do.
Okay.
We do. If we get a note from someone saying help or I'm being abused, call the police, get this man away from me, or get this woman away from me.
Mama Beth, you have to remember, that's why I'm here. I want everybody brain thinking this is a judge. Any charge you can think of, he gonna say, oh, I think he gonna tell them she mental.
Listen, they would have to. He can say it all he wants, but you'll actually have you declared mentally ill. You'd have to go see a psychologist and a psychiatrist. Okay, and then they would judge, not him. And because he's a judge, you need to use the system kind of around him. Just say, look, we're getting divorced. It's much like with a police officer or anybody else in public office. Ask to be seen by a different judge in a different circuit. Okay, that's what you have to do. And if he accuses you of anything, make sure that you have on file that this man has abused you, what he has done. You can write it out and text it to the police department. Twitter, every police department has Twitter. And you can ask to speak to a detective on Twitter. Tell him who you are, whose wife you are, what's going on. Tell him that you need help. Because with him being a judge, it's harder. Because he has all these friends, I'm sure, that will help him. But
yes, and my mother-in-law is a judge.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the card stacked against me.
You tweet or call to a different PD
county,
like a different county, and explain what's going on.
Okay.
And they will tell you what they can do, and they may come to see you, but tell them when they can. So it's not going to endanger you. Okay, they may come out and see you. I have seen all sorts of stuff done to get someone out of an abusive situation. It's crazy how creative people can get, but in a good way. Okay? They may say you need to go back to the hospital, and then you disappear. There's a whole network of women and healthcare workers and social workers that work together. Okay? Just stay in touch with me and I'll help you. If I have to call, I will.
But
You
he
know,
can't have me committed, right?
no, not without you seeing a psychologist and a psychiatrist. And if you explain to them what's going on in your life, what's going on with him, they'll see it as battered women syndrome. You know, that's the reason you've gone back. And that's the reason
Okay.
why you haven't left. And your children are witnesses. They'll talk to the police for you. And your psychologist and psychiatrist, they may appoint a guardian ad litem. If he's making crazy claims, a guardian ad litem is a lawyer that works just for you. And it's through the courts. They do it for children all the time in like divorces. But
Yeah.
they will do it for an abusive wife if there are other circumstances that she can't afford, not afford, but if like the prosecutor can't do anything and you're being accused of being mentally incompetent. They'll have a lawyer that works with your psychiatrist and your psychologist and any therapist and your doctors, and they'll all make sure that you're treated fairly.
Okay.
We'll get this taken care of. Okay. I just want you to heal right now and know that you've got support. Okay. Everybody in this chat's supporting you. Okay. How you feeling?
Thank you, everybody, for letting me take your time. I feel a lot better that I got it out because I'm dismissed. I'm not going to cry, or I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's okay to cry.
Trust me, I'm okay.
You know, we're here to
I do
vent.
that all the time.
It's okay. We're here to vent. This is a safe place to tell our stories and get support and figure out what you're going to do. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
I'll let
much.
somebody else talk now. Thank you for having me.
I am so glad that you came on it and you were so brave to tell. Hopefully we can get, well, I know we're going to get you taken care of, but I'd like to see other people not walk into the same situation. Okay.
Yeah, I just want other people to realize your kids are always watching. When you cry with your kids, or even when it might be your jerk husband, but you at the fair with them, or you at a school event and he's gone. It's always on their mind. Because my kids talk to me now and they say, "Mommy, we hated you." I said,
well, they're angry.
Yes,
my daughter got angry
stayed
with
him. Yeah.
Because they want you to be happy and protected and safe. My daughter was angry with me for being with my abuser. So it's normal. Also, I want to tell you, Josephine asked you to DM her on Twitter. And of course, you have mine. And we expect to see you here on Fridays. Okay, doll baby? We definitely want to keep updated. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we care. We really do. We all love you. The hearts are going crazy in the chat. All right. And if you need anything or anything's going on, DM me. And Josephine wants you to DM her. And I think everybody kind of wants you to know that you've got a family here. Now, when we go off the panel, when you come down off the panel and you go into the chat, it's just like on my regular channel. I think you can see it if you take the Google Hangouts down, but you'll be able to read the chat and read back. And you'll see everybody that's here for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. And if you need anything, DM me.
I will.
All right. And let's see. She can reach out to me as well. Drama Queen. I'm sure you know her. She makes great videos. Willow says, my daughter's 31 and she's still suffering, still trying to take care of me. My daughter does that too. She tries to take care of me. But, go in the chat and look, and you'll see everybody that wants you to get in touch with them and keep them updated. Okay?
Okay.
Got a lot of friends in here.
Okay.
All right. And if you need anything, you DM me right away. I don't care what time.
I
All
will,
right.
and I have a motto. It's called hands in pockets.
That's
Whenever
right.
he
Hands in
come
pocket.
home, I put my hands in my pockets, and I have a little
He should put
rock
his
that
hands in his
say
pockets.
success. I just
Mhm.
rub this rock. Girl, I done rubbed it bad. Cause he just, he
Yeah.
just come and scared me. When he come home, he scared me, and my anxiety skyrocket. But I just be
Well, of
rubbing this
course,
rock.
you're
I
scared.
say, huh?
You're scared. You
Yeah,
know,
because
you don't know what he'll
he
do.
scared me, and it make a knot in my stomach, and I say, is he gonna hit me? But
Mm.
I just
Wait a minute. Did
I
she
said, oh
scare
my
you?
God, he making me feel like that man, like he Kathy Bates. And I just be with my eyes. Like at first, that's all I could do. I couldn't move nothing. And that's terrifying. Like, why you standing? Like he came and he said, you bitch. And he was choking me so hard. I said, let go of my neck. I can't breathe. What is wrong? You told the doctor. I say you do take Adderall. You had severe ADD. They trying to give him instructions.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give your wife morphine this many times a day. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't remember. He was trying to give me morphine every hour. I said, are you crazy? He said, I didn't remember what they said. Just take it. I said, you're going to kill me. I can't
Yeah.
take morphine every hour. He said, you bitch. Why don't you just tell everybody I'm stupid? I cried so bad. I had to text my daughter. I said, please, 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 you have to send somebody over here. So they sent a nurse just to take like a CNA.
Mm-hmm.
They said, please, please. Then she looked at my neck. She said, what is wrong with your wife's neck? He said, oh, she clumsy. Who would believe I fell on my neck?
Nobody. And she should have
Nobody.
reported it.
And that's when I had DM Kelly. I said, look, I need somebody to talk to. I'm scared of him. So he, calmed down. I said, you scaring me. You making me feel like misery. And that's when I said, just like that man in Misery. I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be doing my little arms, getting them up and strengthening my legs. Because
Yeah.
I'm determined to get out this bed. He terrified me. So
I can't
every night,
imagine being with an abuser and being confined to bed
now
and
you
having all
see
those bones broken.
why I was telling you, like somebody got to help the other day so bad, like Josephine help, like help me so bad. He go to the bar, he get like I call it white girl wasted. I mean where he bar
White
hop,
girl wasted. I've heard that so much. Oh my
he bar
God.
hop, every night, and then he won't feed me. He'll leave me a banana. See, you guys have to think about all of this stuff. It's the epitome of abuse. If I can't walk, how can I eat?
How can you go to
He'll
the
leave me.
bathroom?
Thank you. A banana and an avocado. Pull ups,
Oh
what
my
you call
God.
it?
Because he
Depends.
won't take you.
Because he won't take. He's not here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
court was
insanity.
so long. Yeah, court was so long today. I left you 2 bananas and a pear because I don't eat meat. And I'm like, I'm starving. Please don't hit me for saying I'm starving, but I'm starving. And then I just cry myself to sleep. Then I need my medicine. If I can't get the top off, he'll throw it at me or hit me. I'm like, I can't. I said I can't do this. So again, I said when I get walking, he'll dress me up, put on real clothes if we go to the doctor, because he don't want the doctor to know like I don't change my wife.
Right.
So I'm not smelling like pee. So I did. I wrote help
That's
on
misery. You're going to get sick. You're going to get an
told you
infection.
that. I'm
You're
gonna
going to get an infection in your
ulcer.
general area, bed sore.
Yes. I said I'm
No,
gonna get I said
tasting.
you're gonna give me an ulcer or I'm gonna get MRSA again, and then everybody
Oh
will know
God.
you just leave me laying in the bed. So
You need to. We need to change this.
yeah, I said, and I told my mom and dad because he'll sit right here beside me when they call. Everything is fine. You okay? Everything is fine. What I'm supposed to say? Because they don't know how to use Twitter or Instagram or something.
I'm going to leave this room up. You can copy where it says share, and
Okay.
send them an email. It'll take it from YouTube to their email, and they'll see exactly what you're saying.
All right.
Because you've told everything on here. And, you know, we all want to help. And if your parents see this, they're going to be like, holy crap, we need to help her.
They
So
will
send
be
them this
lit.
link.
But I just, like I said, I feel like I didn't want to be a burden, and how I'm gonna go somewhere and I can't. I wanted to finish physical therapy. That was my only thing. I just wanted to finish physical therapy.
But are you going to make it through physical therapy? I mean, really, you need help now.
I honestly feel like they're not healing. And I told him that. I said, I'm please don't hit me. I feel like I'm not healing because you don't feed me.
You have to have nutrition. I'm going to ask you this, and I want you to think on it. If your daughter called you and said, I'm in the bed, crippled up, broke your bones, and I'm being abused, wouldn't you go right to her? This man's not feeding me. I'm not getting to go to the bathroom. He's leaving me to be. Wouldn't you race to your daughter or your son? Wouldn't you? Your mama's thinking the same thing, probably. If she found out, she'd be mad. She'd want to come and take care of you, and she'd be like, "Why didn't you tell me?" But then she needs to understand that he's controlling you. But send them this link and say, "I need help," and get them to come. And if they can't, then you let me know, and we'll get you down there. We'll get you down to your daughter. Send this to your daughters. Send it to your son. You have told your story eloquently here. I mean, if I had been through all that, I'm not sure I could sit and go from A, B, C, D. You have an incredible story. And several people have commented that you could write a book. And it's true. You know? Let us help you. Let your parents help you. Let your children help you. Okay? And definitely stay in touch with me and stay in touch with us. Because we all care.
Okay.
All right? Now, you stay in touch with me. And
Josephine, I'm not going nowhere. I'll be laying right here.
Josephine, good night, darling. She's leaving. She's on different time zone. But my thing is, I want you to know that there are outlets, and there are a lot of people who care about you. Your family, and now all of us, and your friends. We're all your friends now. So thank you for coming on. And is there anything you want to say at the end?
No, I love you guys.
We love you.
Think really hard. I mean, it could happen to anybody.
Willow Sage is saying, "Come on, how can we help this lady right now?" We're going to stay in touch. She's going to DM me on Twitter, and I'm sure that Willow Sage, if you know her, she would probably be a good person to get in touch with as well. Very supportive, and you know, if we can get a plan together to get you out of there, and you can give me your kids' numbers, I'll call them. I'll call your parents. I'll call everybody. I'll call the police station. I'll do whatever needs to be done, okay?
Okay.
All right, darling. And we're going to help get you out of this.
Okay.
And everybody is saying how strong you are and inspirational. And, you know, they're just very proud of you, how brave you are. And we all love you.
Okay. I'm going to close the window, then I can read up and write the names down.
Okay, doll baby.
Okay.
We all love you.
All right. Love you.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody that's in the chat, you can DM or get in touch with her on Twitter. If you want me to close the window out, it's kind of hard to figure out. I'll do it for you. Hang on a second. I think I can do it. Well, it's not there. She did. Okay. Everybody in the chat, Belladonna, if you want to put your Twitter name, it will not go up when I reload this, when this goes up on YouTube, the chat doesn't show. So any information you want to share with everybody in the chat that's supportive, you can go ahead and give them like your Twitter information so they can get in touch with you. But you'll see the names there, but it won't be in the live stream when I upload it. So, but I think Willow wants you to get in touch with her, and yeah, there you go. And everybody's putting their Twitter handles in, so you can go on Twitter if you want, and or you can just write them down and take them. But if you've got me, you've got my DM, my Twitter DMs are always open. Of course, everybody knows that, but you can always get in touch with me. And if you want to talk to anyone in the chat, or someone wants to talk to you, then we'll definitely exchange information. But we want to get you out of there as soon as possible. And like I said, I'll call anybody and everybody to get you out and to get you properly taken care of. I love how supportive everyone is in here. You all are just an amazing group of people, and I just appreciate all of you. Watching live soap opera. I love that name, by the way. Watching live soap operas monkey. Well, we go into so many. I wanted to close out this evening because we're ending at 6, but while we've got a few minutes left, I just wanted to say that how thankful I am that this started, and I want to give credit back to the situation with Jen Gerard, the CEO of Gerard Cosmetics. Her situation made me make a video. And then I was like, you know what? There are so many comments on the video of people saying, I've experienced this and this has happened to me, that I said, you know what? Maybe we should do a live stream talking about it and have like a safe space. It's something completely different. And I looked online, and I looked on YouTube, and I didn't see anything that was really for support like this. It wasn't a safe space. It wasn't somewhere that you could share that had people on the panel. And that's one of the things that I want to do. I don't want to sit here and just talk to myself and read the chat. I like to have other people share their stories and, give encouragement. And I love seeing this chat because, I'm not a drama channel. I'm more of a advice and educational channel. I have my bitching in the kitchen, y'all know, and when I'm sounding off about something that's going on. But, I talk about psychology, and I talk about therapy, and I talk about different mental illness and personality disorders and things like that. So it's a little different on here. It's not drama. It's not just talking gossip. We're talking about real life here. And I love that everybody, I love drama channels. I love going and watching beauty channels, drama channels, all sorts of stuff. But when we do this, it's an entirely different atmosphere. It's very comforting and loving. Lord, you can see my vacuum cleaner up there. Everybody is so good to one another and so supportive, and there's no judgment. And, have we even had a troll in here tonight? I mean, seriously, has there been any trolls? Nikki Lee, thank you. It's not me. It was an idea, and then you all came together. Everybody that joins the stream has come together to be supportive and loving and giving. And, we care about each other, and it's women supporting women. But, we've had guys in here too that are very supportive, and we're like, and are wonderful, because there are some awesome men out there. Not everybody is an ass, but I always have "don't be an asshole," the hashtag "don't be an asshole." There are some wonderful men out here who really want to help their sisters, their mothers, their friends, and they want to make sure that they're safe and taken care of. And this chat is, I get really kind of emotional about it. Trisha Freak Show, thank you for being here. I hear stories like Belladonna's, and and I remember my experiences, but I have not been through what she's been through. My God. I can't imagine, with 4 children, going through all that, and, having to kill a man to protect yourself and your babies. We think of abuse as being only something that happens to people who are, poor, or, or single moms that have a boyfriend come in, or we blame ourselves. We think, what kind of a person are we to let this into our life, and we feel guilt. But Belladonna showed she's a PA. She's got a husband who makes lots of money. He's a judge. She's had money throughout her life and an education, and yet she still fell victim to this. And so many others. I was middle class and I got dragged into it. My dogs are outside. I'm sorry. The squirrels are out and they're going crazy. I have friends who live in multi-million-dollar homes, yet have it happen. So it doesn't matter what color, what socioeconomic background you're from, what educational level you have. We have to make sure that we understand that anybody can fall victim to this, and everybody needs help. And it's not drama, it's real life. There's no exaggerating here. None of us exaggerate. Beauty and the Blurg, thank you all for coming in, for standing up and telling your story. I really appreciate Heidi and Heather. Go check out their channel. And I'm just so blown away with the stories. And it never stops shocking me when I see pictures like she shared. It never stops making my heart ache, or making me cringe when I look at it. Seriously, her pictures could be in a book somewhere. She had two, and then a car crash now, and she's in bed and being abused and neglected, and it's just horrifying, and it never stops being horrifying. I don't understand. Some medical professionals that I know, they can see all sorts of things happening, and they're like, "Oh, that's fine. We'll get them in a surgery," and they think, in fact. I commented to someone, I said, doctors and nurses, sometimes unless they have to resuscitate you, or defibrillate you, 5 times on the operating table, the surgery went fine and it was non-invasive and it was no big deal. They get used to horrifying things. And I'm sure that there are some therapists who get used to it, and other mental health professionals that do, but I don't. Everyone kind of digs in my heart. And I guess because I went through it. I suffered through it. And I know the pain it caused me, pain it caused my daughter. It still does. I don't think you ever 100% get over it. But the thing we can do is to, you were counseling other victims when it happened to you. Yes, see? Lulu, thank you. I love you all. I really do. I love every one of you. And, I will see you back here next Friday at 4, and I hope you all can join me. And I appreciate everybody who's been in this chat. You all are wonderful people, truly wonderful people. Got a star in your crown. Okay. And you all know how to get in touch with me. I'll have some other videos uploaded this week on different subjects. And as always, if you need to get in touch with me, my Twitter, it's Mama Beth's World, and it's Mama Beth on there. You can always find me. I don't really do YouNow, Snapchat. Everything should be in the description so you can find me. But if you're going through an abusive situation and you need help, call me. I will help direct you towards your local services and see what we can do. We're going to get this lady to her children and get her parents to help and get her out of that bed and somewhere safe. Okay? I love you. I love you all. Michelle, Steph, Lulu, Puddin'. Love you all. And God bless you. I love you. You love you. You have a beautiful night and have a great weekend, okay? And thanks again. All right. Bye.